As you can imagine, nationals and strategics and the SAMs, they all say to me quite often, we have some products that are mature, right? And they talk about, what is the plan for some of these mature products and what does the future look like? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we are so fortunate to have a great relationship with our national and strategic accounts. We have the largest firms in the country and on the globe that rely on us for solutions. That is an honor and a privilege and a tremendously large responsibility, right? Nothing's for free in that. And so, what we need to think about is as we're transitioning those great customers onto our newer solutions, are those solutions ready for that type of use, right? That putting it to the test. And while the answer is yes in certain cases, in a lot of cases, some of the other solutions that we started working on later aren't quite ready for that level yet. And that's just where we are. It's where we are in the evolution. I wish we were in a different place. So let's take a little bit, one at a time, because I realize that you guys are getting questions on this all the time, and it's only fair that you know my answers as well. So Global FX. Global FX obviously is our Citrix hosted solution for those of you that don't sell it. We spent a lot of money this year actually to shore up Global FX, even though we do expect that end date to really be calendar year 2017, tax year 2016 for our customers. So we would like to be done hosting on Citrix in 2017. We have said we will give our customers 2 years notice. Okay, and we will do that. So when we're feeling confident after this next tax season, right, that CCH Access tax can really support all of the functionality and the features that Global FX did, hopefully you will see us make the call after next busy season, okay, it's time to give that 2 years notice. It'll really be 2.5. And we'll give our customers, that kind of heads up because it takes a long time in a lot of those firms. Truth be told, I've told a large number of the firms that because 2 years notice may not even be enough in that, segment of the market. So that's something we need to actively manage to, is getting, Global FX customers transition to CCH Access tax. I expect that, although we are selling Global FX new this year to new firms, that after this year we may not be. If all things go well with Access next spring, we will not sell new firms on Global next year. We would accommodate existing firms with seats and things like that, but we would stop creating a hill, to then have to migrate those customers over. So I think the next product that, the team, you're really curious about and you get a lot of questions from the customer on is really document on-premise. That has been sort of in a limbo state for a while as CCH Access was not really ready for it, over the last couple of years. I think there's still an element of limbo on that. CCH Access Document, I think, is a very, very strong product and is actually worthwhile and a strong foundation for a lot of those customers. The trick is there's not actually a transition path for our DocOP customers yet to get to CCH Access Document. I think there's a few things that we've been wrestling with in terms of where they fit into the roadmap that would make that transition easier. One is offering a local storage option for our cloud-based product, which would, indeed satisfy some of the needs of these customers. And then the other question still outstanding is, will we offer a private cloud version of the software where, firms can really host it themselves? That's sort of abusing the true meaning of private cloud, but for all intents and purposes, that's, kind of what we're talking about. So as we continue to evolve in those two areas, I think for right now, honestly, we are in a little bit of a limbo state in terms of document on-premise. I apologize for that. To the national and strategic accounts, I really need you to sell through it to the degree possible. Here's how I would recommend, you really stage that conversation, and that is really, you start with the overall vision of CCH Access and lead the way with tax, because I think, at that point, as they focus on that as a transition first, then these other modules can come later. Really the same story with practice management. I know that is a very mature product that a lot of very large firms are using. And right now, CCH Access Practice does not have all of the functionality that practice management does. It doesn't have the robustness in reporting or the flexibility that some firms had really built around the practice management database. So, that's a gap in how those large firms would be able to work with CCH Access Practice. I can tell you, it's really the same thing. We're a bit in limbo, and you have to just sell through and focus on other modules. But I will also tell you that it has the utmost priority in development as we really figure out what features and functions need to come over. Product management's done a great job of defining that. There's no question what those things are, but we really had to retrench in terms of what development resources we were using and transition that to full-time employees that were talented and trained in the agile methodology in updated technologies to really take us to the next level. So we are in that retrenching right now, and until we're on the other side of it, I think we will be kind of in this limbo state for about 18 months. That would be my estimate.
Thanks, and you can rest assured that the sales organization will sell through this changing time, this evolution, until our products have come to evolve to where we need them to.